everyone, Sniptorka here, back for another reaction video. We have our new Mythic banner, or Emblem banner, for the month, and we have Emblem, Corrin, and Mythic Lyn. We knew a double was coming because there were two blacked out spaces on the announcement for upcoming, basically heroes, bonus heroes for the upcoming arena season. So, usually they don't have double heroes in the middle of, at the end of September like this, but hey, something new. Mythic Lyn is kind of interesting, but let's go ahead and see what we got here. Now, once again, I'm going to be cutting down on these reaction videos and just getting straight to the point instead of reading everything word for word, but man, is it taking a long time. Okay.
I can imagine the look on my siblings' faces if they saw me like this.
The female version, she's armored, which already makes her a, like, I don't care. Oh my gosh. She puts tiles everywhere. Oh my gosh, is that the first time ever we've had... Is that the first time ever we've had just any skill just take up the entire... I think so. Damn.
Torrential roar!
Hey, she looks good, man. They really don't miss with these Emblem clothes. They're always solid.
Have faith.
Don't worry, yeah, I already know this, man. Come on. Why are you like trying to resell? Why are you trying to resell Emblem here? Where are you
I won't lose.
That's some crazy stuff to be added everywhere. What is this?
My name is Lyn. I remember nothing more.
Oh, from Fire
You
Emblem
have orders?
Shadows?
Remember nothing more.
Oh. Oh.
You have orders?
So that's why they do. Wait a minute. She has to be in melee range to hit him with bow and arrow.
Be gone!
I hate seeing my Lyn look like this. It looks awful. No way. Okay. 2 spaces away. I was
Got
like,
it.
there's no way.
Are there bandits here?
Damn.
You will fall.
Not gonna lie, I hate this.
Let's see now. What's your plan?
No way. She can make other people use styles too?
Ha!
Green and red. Okay. Okay, before we go any further, let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Let's start with the red pool, which is going to have the new Corrin. It's also going to have legendary Black Knight, as well as, I can't remember her name. She's another just basic sword unit, so that's kind of a downer for that specific, for the red pool. But legendary Black Knight makes up for it in all of its value. So the red's going to be an absolute banger. Green is going to be the new Lyn. It's going to be, I believe that, is it a tuned Tharja, if I remember correctly. And then I think the other one there is going to be, I have to remind myself, Mythic, that's her name. So, sorry, I have to go back and do these again because I forget their names. It's green. That's what it is. You'll see it is. I was right about green bars. So it's going to be the Lyn. It's going to be the green Tiki, which has already become outdated, and the green Tharja, which, I mean, is nice if you want more copies to merge, but nothing special. Red pool, even with Michuya, is definitely a better grab than green, I'd say. And then you have the blue pool, which has, I believe, Athos, Hresvelger, and legendary, is that legendary? Yeah. Legendary Lumera. That's an outdated pool. It's a skip. And then the colorless pool has the Naga, Loki, and then the newer Robin. Honestly, that pool may be a little bit better than the blue pool, but that's not saying much. So I think your options definitely go red then green, then colorless then blue. However, this is all going to depend on how good each unit is as we go through them. I'll tell you, if Lyn's busted, then obviously you'll want to go for green more than red. But those two pools are definitely better than the colorless and blue pools, so just don't even bother pulling on them. So, all right, let's go back. Corrin's artwork looks fantastic. I always love this artwork in this form.
Saw me like this.
So, I personally hate armored units, but it is what it is. So, she has Sword of Fate, which has built-in DC in it, which is nice. Looks like she's got debuffing right at the beginning. At the start of player's phase or enemy phase, unit within 2 spaces of an ally grants Draconic Hex and reduces the percentage of foes' non-special reduced damage by X% skills by 50% to all your allies. So it's a nice buff, for your allies there. And then when it comes to the second paragraph, which is generally always your own personal buffing, it's the standard, bonuses based on allies within the 3 columns and 3 rows trigger. As usual, but this one also has dealing damage based on 20% of units res and 20%, and it will reduce damage by 20% of units res, which is nice. Do we have any information on her stats here? No, it looks like they hid them pretty well. So we don't know where her res stat is, but you can expect it to be pretty high for this unit. So then we have our ridiculously long ability here. Torrential Roar. Boost damage by 60% of units res when special triggers. My guess is this might... Yeah, this will be a PRF. They're not going to give this to everyone. At least I would think so. This doesn't look like something they would give to everyone. So this will be a PRF special. Neutralize effects and inflict special cooldown charge minus X to unit and reduce damage for foes attacks by 40%. If you have higher res, then it'll decrease speed difference for follow-up attacks, which is nice. The interesting part, though, is this right here, which is at the start of enemy phase, if there is no Divine Bane Icicle currently applied by unit or allies, applies Divine Vein Icicle to spaces away from both unit and certain target ally within 2 spaces of unit. What's certain and a certain target ally? Okay, it doesn't say. I don't know what a certain target ally means. So, at start of enemy phase, if there's no Divine Vein Icicle currently applied by unit or allies, applies Divine Vein Icicle to two spaces away from both unit and certain target ally within 2 spaces of unit. So does it just pick at random? I'm not quite sure. And then it'll apply Divine Vein Vert to unit spaces and spaces within 4 spaces of unit for 1 turn, excluding those with the Icicle already applied. Okay, and then here maybe it says it right here. If support partner is on player team, targets any support partner. Otherwise, targets the ally with the highest defense at start of battle, excluding unit. Exclude increases to defense granted after ally is deployed, such as legendary. Okay, so when it says certain ally, it's referring to your support partner, or it's referring to the unit with the highest defense. Okay. That's the first time they've ever done certain target ally. That's just really strange, and they should explain that higher up in the explanation. Okay. I believe we know how Divine Vein Icicles work. From what I can tell, yes, it's not doing anything there. And then you basically Divine Vein Vert is just making it super anti-warpable. This is going to be really nice to have, especially on defenses. Like, not having to worry about warping in and just wrecking stuff. Man, oh, and the fact that you can probably place this on other units. At least that's what it seemed from the triggers. Excuse me. That's what it seemed from the examples that's showing up ahead. So, man, this is great. Divine Vein Vert. Is this how the other one works? I don't remember it working like this. Applies the following effects from space to foes. Foe cannot warp to a space. That part I did know. But I did not know that it also inflicts Canto controls on foes that trigger Canto in this space through their next action. Inflicts attack speed -5 and special cooldown count charge -1 per foe per attack during combat. And also, if foe's attack can trigger foe special, inflicts special cooldown count +1 on foe before foe's first attack during combat. Okay, this is really awesome. I'm surprised they decided to use Divine Vein Vert instead of Divine Vein, the water one, because that's what Legendary Male Corrin is known for. Legendary Female Corrin came out way before any of these tile changes came out. But, yeah, so I'm surprised they didn't use the water. Kind of fits her theme. But hey, man, I mean, this is better anyways. So, this is pretty crazy good. So, we have a new skill, Torrential Boost. Grants HP +5 if foe initiates combat. Or if unit's HP is greater than 50% at the start of combat. Gives attack speed res 9 to unit during combat. And restores 7 HP to unit. Okay, so pretty standard for all boost skills. We have Pair Up 4. Okay, if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, inflicts attack speed -4 on foe, increases speed difference necessary for foe to make follow-up attack by 10, neutralizes penalties on unit, unit deals +15 damage, and reduces damage from foes attacks by 10 during combat. And if foe triggers the attack twice during combat, reduce damage by an additional 7. Ooh, okay. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, foe initiates combat, reduces damage by an additional X times 2. X equals distance from unit to foe. So 2 and then 4 if it... Oh, okay. Dang. Okay. Like, I'm wondering if this is going to be an armor-only skill, or if this will be usable by infantry as well, because this is pretty nice to have. Damn. Okay. A lot of damage reduction there. So I have a feeling that this is going to be in the range of some of the Lugu skills. So then we have SR Briar M save. Is that magic save? Yeah. If magic staff or dragon foe initiates combat against a unit, an ally within 2 spaces of the unit triggers savior on unit. If foe uses magic staff or dragon stone, it grants speed res +4 to unit, disables foes attacks that calculate damage using lower defense or res, reduce damage from foes first attack by 5 during combat, and unit's next attack deals damage equal to 40% of foes attack damage prior to reductions. Nice. So we're getting more of these magical versus physical, as opposed to the just ranged versus, like, ranged and not ranged. Far versus near. So, I don't know how you feel about that. I feel like the melee one, or the physical one, works out really well, because it just covers a lot. Whereas the magical one, it doesn't cover as much. So, you know, people may be replacing this, I don't know. But overall, I think the biggest part of her kit that makes her so strong is going to be that torrential roar. Also, pair up is a really good defensive option, but most of everything in her kit is going to be tied to how strong her res is. And it basically seems like if you want to take out this character, you're going to want to be using physical attacks to take her out. So then we have the Emblem effect at the end here. Enhanced engage special. When special triggers, boost damage by unit's max special cooldown count value ×4. Boost damage by unit's max special. So, I mean, if you have a 5, that's like 20. So, I mean, that's like crazy damage. And at the start of enemy phase, if there's no Divine Vein Icicle currently applied by unit, let me just make sure. Okay, so it's essentially the same Divine Vein application as is shown in her special. So, the Emblem effect is awesome. I think it's going to be really powerful, especially if you can put it on like an Omni tank that has a little bit more mobility. She's going to be difficult to deal with. And I think that's what a lot of people are going to be able to counter. I mean, she just creates so much obstruction to deal with.
Torrential roar!
This unit is real. Like, I'm going to say this right here. Let me reiterate this. This unit is really, really good. So, she does the ice thing to herself. And then she does it to her ally. Okay? But I think because of the way it's worded in the space here, it says if there are no Divine Vein Icicles currently applied by unit or allies, applies Divine Vein Icicle to 2 spaces away from both unit and certain target ally unit within 2 space unit. So let me look at this again. Oh, they just like skip ahead so we can't see. That's really irritating. Okay, oh, right there, right there. Okay. So, as you can see, the ice appears. Here we go. So, it's a wide range of ice. Now, let's see here. This is kind of confusing, though, and I'm wondering how this is going to work out, because notice the highest defense member on this team is Ryoma right here, okay? So, it's applying icicles here, okay? And then also around him. Why didn't it apply one here? Like, it didn't. Like, it skipped this one. Like, normally Ryoma would have applied one here, right? because it applied one here, applied one here. I'm not quite sure how it works. Like, what happens if we're like a space here? Does it apply, you know, does it apply 2 rings around each one of them, or is it just try and encircle both of them together? It's a little confusing. But as you can see, I mean, it covers this verdant stuff everywhere, which just hinders the movement so badly for every unit. This is gonna be one of the most busted emblem skills out there. Honestly, this is a must pick up. Absolute must pick up.
Nothing
All right,
more.
let's move ahead to Lynn. I really like this art right here. And that's the only thing I like about it. The rest of it is dog shit.
You have orders?
This ugly shadow version of her just is atrocious. I hate the fact that she is a beast. Like, she's wielding her bow, but she has to be a melee range. I don't know. It drives me nuts. Okay. So, Winds of Duality. Accelerate special trigger. Effective against flying foes. Interesting because it is a ranged... It is a melee unit. So, looks like she's going to have some debuffing at the beginning. She's going to inflict exposure, speed, shackle, and defense shackle on the closest foes. And closest within 2 spaces of those foes. This is kind of the new thing, putting shackles on people. I don't know if it's really taking you off, but let's give it some time to cook before we really evaluate it. We've only been seeing it for about maybe the past 2 banners, maybe the shackles. So if unit is transformed, which it better have a enhanced transformation effects down below, or else I think this unit is dead on arrival. This right down here is your normal transformation effects for a cavalry unit. So up here you have the standard buffing based on basically units within range, and then the additive to this skill, let's see. Reduces damage from foes' attacks, yes. If decreasing the speed difference necessary to make a follow-up attack by 10, it's basically potent follow-up, but it's potent follow 100% during combat. So, your basic buffing plus potent follow 100%, that is her ability, plus exposure, speed, shackle, defense shackle on closest foes, and then your transformation effect at the bottom. You have Nimble Beast, and then she doesn't, I was about to say, she doesn't even have an A skill. Okay, she does have an A skill. Okay, so, whoa. Okay, so this is different. Normally, they say, you know, like, hey, you can have 2 people next to you when you transform, and it's okay. This one's different. This one's saying that you just need an enemy within range of you, within, like, column range of you, or in row range of you, and you'll transform. A little bit different. I think I still like the old one, but this one isn't too bad. Okay. At the start of turn, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, reduce the percentage of special by 50% to unit knowledge within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn, and grants range to style to unit and sword. Oh my goodness. So she gives range to style to everyone who is a sword, lance, axe, dragon, or beast ally. So every melee unit in the game. Yeah? Yeah, every melee unit in the game gets range 2 style. Okay. Yeah, she's busted too. That's really good. And, like, that's awesome. But I feel like it's going to be niche. Well, okay, in PvP, I think it's going to be really useful, but no, because you just prepare for it. Like, if you see this unit on the team, you're like, oh, okay, they're all ranged now. I don't know, I'm not seeing it. Like, having it on the unit itself means something, but just giving it to a bunch of other units, I don't think it is going to have as big of an impact as many people may think it would. Okay, if unit is transformed, HP is greater than 25% at start of combat, grants Spectrum plus X plus 8 to unit, and unit deals plus X times 4 damage. Okay. X equals the number of spaces from start position to end position. Okay. So, let's say you have a boost. Okay. Like, I don't know. Let's say you have Emblem Ring, right? That's... You have Spectrum plus 12 to unit, and unit will deal an extra 16 damage and get flat 16 reduction in damage. In addition to what you're already getting in her weapon, which is basically the same type of thing, but based on the number of allies in combat. So, okay, it's just adding on. There's going to be more ting-tings out of it. Neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit, and grant special cooldown count minus Y to unit before unit's first attack during combat. Y equal the number of penalty effects active on foe. And since you're already putting 2 shackles and I don't remember what the other one is. Was it exposure? Yeah, you're already putting 2 shackles on them. This is just gonna sync really well together. She's kind of a beast in terms of being able to deal damage. So this is going to be really good. Adding range 2 style, it sounds really cool, but I think it's just in practice not going to be as useful as people are thinking. So moving on, we have Bestial Agility, and then we have this new C skill, Dark Beast Force. Inflicts speed, defense minus 4 on foe. Disables skills of all foes, excluding the foe in combat. Neutralizes the penalties on unit, and unit deals plus 5 damage during combat. So this is like the colorless feud. This is like feud skills, but it's just like beast. It's like beast fuse. Like if a beast has it, like they feud you from everyone. Like they single you out compared to everyone. So this is pretty good. Overall, I don't think this is going to be as good as Emblem Corrin. Big surprise, the Emblem units just tend to always be superior. However, do remember that this is a light unit with the special ability. However, Rune already is in the game. I don't know if we've ever gotten an Astra version of this. So I don't know why they haven't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't give us an Astra version. Maybe I'm wrong, and we have had an Astra version of this, and I just don't remember. I'm really disappointed in this Fire Emblem Shadows collab, I guess you could say. I feel like it's a collab because Fire Emblem Shadows doesn't feel like a Fire Emblem game at all. It's pretty crummy overall. Let's see. We see her stats right here. 62, 49, 36, 24. So one of the higher ends of speed that we have out there, which is really nice. It is a little concerning that the units that she is facing, who was she facing again? Camilla? Yeah. It's a little concerning that the units that she was facing are not necessarily new top-of-the-line units that are really hard to break through. However, I think this unit will still be able to do plenty of damage. That won't be an issue. And who is... This Celica, like, I love using her, but she's not that OP of a unit. So, I really get concerned when they showcase against units that really aren't scary. Like, if like Black Knight showed... Like, if we're showing, like, an offensive showcase and they show Black Knight, like, I'm like, okay, yeah. This one looks good. Overall, I think red is still the best one in the batch. By far. Green is the second best one. She has some support. I could be wrong, but I just don't think that the bonus is going to be useful, especially in a Aether Raid setting, because in Aether Raids, if you want to use ranged units, you're just going to pull out a ranged team. You're not going to pull out the exact same team and then plop her in so that they have ranged abilities. I think it's going to be niche, and it won't be used as much. This, however, this is busted. This Emblem ring effect. I think you want to use it on offense. This is one of those ones that I think you want to use on offense. And it's gonna be really good, man. Like, you're gonna be able to just like say, okay, come at me, and it's gonna mess with their team, especially those defensive block teams, those really tanky ones. So that's pretty much it. Interesting double banner overall. I'm really disappointed that we're entertaining Fire Emblem Shadows, to be honest. It's like we're getting a new Fire Emblem game soon, but it's like to punish us for getting a new Fire Emblem game. They're like showing us this other really terrible one that came out, and who knows, the sales I'm sure will show, and then people won't bother playing it, and it'll probably tank really hard. We'll see what happens, but I'm excited for Emblem Corrin, even though she's a tank. I like her Emblem ring effect is really cool. I have no orbs. Honestly, I haven't been able to get what I want. I still want Ash. I was able to get Hinoka. I still want Ira. And I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get them. But I will keep trying. I'll probably use my pulls, whatever pulls I have, I'll use them on this. Because the October banners generally are not very good. To be honest, they usually aren't. And yeah, so go for it. Red is the best. Green is second. Everything else is a significant drop-off after that. So, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and it helped you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Neptorka out. See you guys.